Okay, it was recently discovered that Kim Kardashian has the horrible, career-threatening skin disease, psoriasis. Ironically, psoriasis is a very common skin disease. I know, I have it, and ironically, you tend to have it for your whole life. It's a chronic skin disease that goes from, being in remission to being really bad. My psoriasis primarily in my ears. For my grandfather, it was on his nose. My mother, she has spotches on her face. So yeah, pretty much every day I get to take dead, scaly skin out of my ears. Yes, I know, entirely attractive. Career threatening? No, I'm a food scientist. It's not really going to affect me on that huge of a level. Now, ironically, for some people, psoriasis also gets tied in with arthritis, because essentially you have a rapid deadening of skin cells. So if you have psoriasis and arthritis, it's an absolutely, essentially it's a disabling disease for some people. Other people, it's just a mild nuisance, I also have what's called keratosis pilaris, which essentially is papules of dead skin. So therefore the psoriasis actually feeds that. So when my psoriasis flares up more, especially during the summer months, and also during winter too. So if it's too hot or too dry, yeah, I get flakier skin. Or for some people, ashy. And you know what you do? You put on lotion, you do what you can to mitigate it. Or you get, a cortisol cream or cortisone. They do make creams to help you kind of mitigate it, but it's something you're going to have for the rest of your life. Ironically, I was reading some of the reports from Kim Kardashian. She was like, this is going to ruin my career. If I gain a pound, it's everywhere. Okay. You shoot ads and swimsuit photos. Last time I checked, with the exception of very, very few magazines, everybody is airbrushed. I'm pretty sure if you were to have a small patch of psoriasis, they can probably cover that with either A, makeup, or B, they'll just get rid of it in post-production. For people who actually live with psoriasis on a day-to-day basis, it's just what it is. I'm actually at the Mayo Clinic, and here's some signs and symptoms. Red patches of skin covered with silvery scales. That essentially is dead, dried skin. Small scaling spots. Dry, cracked skin that may bleed. I've had that before too, and trust me, that's really not that much fun. Itching, burning, and soreness. Again, you can get spots where it gets really dry, really irritated, and in most cases it's a nuisance, but for some people who have it combined with arthritis, it's absolutely horrible. Swollen and stiffening of joints. Right there it goes hand in hand with having a version of arthritis. Oh, it also leads to enhanced dandruff. So tell me that's not fun. Scaly skin, dandruff, and spots of skin that can get so dry they crack and they bleed. Ironically, that actually is the true face of psoriasis. And again, from the Mayo Clinic, yeah, you have plaque psoriasis, nail psoriasis, scalp psoriasis, gutate psoriasis, younger than 30, it's like a strep throat. Inverse psoriasis. Yeah, here's what that affects. Maybe she has this version. Armpits, groin, under the breasts, or on the genitals. And ironically, it ends up being smooth patches that are red and inflamed. Pustular psoriasis. Yeah. But then, psoriatic arthritis. So ironically, with all this thing being put towards how this could end her career, ironically, when you're a model, your career already has a shelf life on it anyways. But the fact that it's not, let's talk about the disease. It's not, let's talk about, the fact that it's a very common skin disease. Let's not talk about other people who have it and regular everyday people who live with it. Also, Leanne Rimes has it too. But ironically, it's not going to adversely affect her career. She's actually a singer. But it does kind of go back to, there's this idea that everything that happens to Kim Kardashian is newsworthy. Is it great that psoriasis is finally getting out there? Yes. It is one of those things that, some people go, oh, it's just a phase. Yeah, it goes back and it comes, it goes back and it comes back. It goes away. It is a chronic skin disease. If you have psoriasis, you have psoriasis. It's not like you just suddenly have it. It essentially is a lifetime battle. Period. That's just what it is. It's going to be a non-stop battle against psoriasis, which for some people, it's dry, flaky skin. For other people, like I read, you can have dry, flaky skin that eventually end up affecting your joints. You have skin that cracks and peels and bleeds. Psoriasis can be an absolutely horrifying thing to be. So it ranges from nuisance to, a disabling, almost life-threatening sort of disease. So for someone to come out and be like, oh, I have psoriasis, one patch of scaly skin can entirely ruin my career. Yeah, and I'm pretty sure the people who have, psoriatic arthritis, who are like, yeah, I have psoriasis, I have crippling arthritis, and I really can't do anything. I feel so sorry for you, Kim, in your, $5 million wedding dress. Oh, how horrible your life must be. Oh, you posted a tweet about something and made more money than I make in a year? Oh, yes. Your life is so horrible now. It is that weird trivialization of a disease that, like I just finished saying, it ranges from, patchy skin that's dry and scaly, and you kind of go, oh, this sucks, I gotta, put either like a cream or a lotion or a salve, or in some cases, if it's really bad on my elbows, put a little bit of lotion on it. If it still looks pretty bad, maybe wear a long sleeve shirt. But for someone whose job is having photos taken and tweeting, you'd almost think you could put a more serious, face to this and actually get some positive information out about it, as opposed to, oh, this is how this is going to ruin my life. So for everyone out there who has psoriasis, post your thoughts. Let other people know that, psoriasis isn't just, oh, I have a bad spot on my body, there goes my career in photos. You can have severe and absolutely debilitating. You can have arthritis from it. Don't let somebody who essentially has done nothing to become a celebrity become the face of, how horrible and how ugly you could be because of psoriasis. Get some truth out there. Let people actually know you have psoriasis, live a normal life, but if you're someone who's vacant, vain, and vacuous, you know what? Maybe psoriasis, a little patch of dry skin, is going to be absolutely horrifying to you, and it's going to entirely ruin your life and ruin your career. Then who have, psoriatic arthritis, who probably really can't do anything, and most of their day-to-day life might actually be painful and tormenting, not just a little patch of dry, scaly skin.